Hello students, God bless you once again. It is a time for an encounter. It is our part 2 of the topic that we've been learning. And I tagged it, I'm in school to live cool in future and not to live as a fool in picture. I'm in school to live cool in future and not to live as a fool in picture, the part number 2. And this is what we are going to learn today. Making life better by my learning season or period. Making life better by my learning season or my learning period. At the beginning of my topic, I've said something: nobody is a word master. Both of us, we are word students. No one is a word master. Both of us, we are word students. And these are among the points I've laid down for your better understanding as a student. Remember, I'm also a student. I'm still learning. And I live as a learner and die as a learner. These are among the points I've laid down by saying learning is earning, just like breathing is living. I hope you heard on the first topic, I had to say that word. But again, I'm repeating it for the better understanding. Learning is earning, just like breathing is living. Learning is earning, just like breathing is living. I would like you to know that life is a journey of learning. Life is a journey of learning. And learning is a journey of earning. Learning journey is an earning journey. So you live to learn. I call it the knowledge learning season or the knowledge learning period. It is common in our world, they say knowledge is power. But until you learn about knowledge, you cannot earn knowledge. Don't forget, the Bible says, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. You only lack what you didn't earn. You only lack what you didn't earn, but you earn something, then you live free, which means you escape the world of perishing. Learning is earning, just like breathing is living. Learning is power. Learning power is the living power. Learning is power, and I would like you to know that learning power is the living power. And knowledge is that power. Knowledge is that power. Now, schooling period is not a foolish adding period unto you. When you are in school, you should know that you are not in school for the teachers to add foolishness unto you, but you are in school for the teachers to remove foolishness out of you. So if you come across a teacher, that is a foolish remover from you. So you are in school to live free from foolishness. Again, you are not in school to make a living. You are not in school to make a living. You are in school to make a difference to your community. You are not in school to make a living. Now, schooling period is a preparation period to live making the difference within your community, or living making a difference to your generation. So you are in schooling period to make a difference. In other words, you are not in school to live making life only to get food, buy mortgages, buy cars, and die. You are learning in school to make a difference within your community. Quickly, because of time, it is important again for you to know that the world of today does not celebrate the life-making people. The world of today only celebrates the different-making people within their communities. The world doesn't celebrate a living makers. the world only celebrate the difference makers within their communities. You are born to make a difference and not to make a living. You are born to make a difference to your generation and not to make a living. And that's why you've been taken to school to understand that, so that you don't live to fight for food or to fight for dress codes or other things, but to make a living to your generation. I would like you to understand that when you are living by the grace of God. I want to go quickly because of time, and I would like you to understand the 4 things that has led many to live as foolish in pictures after the school. 4 things that has made, or that has led many to live as fools in picture after the school and not to live cool in future. Number 1 is what I call lack of understanding the impact of the school. Lack of understanding the impact of the school. What you don't understand its impact, you will disvalue. Anything you fail to understand its impact, you will disvalue. Only what you understand its impact, you will value. Only what you understand its impact, you will value. What I mean is that if you don't know the impact of the school, you can't value it. If you don't know the impact of the school, you will never value it. But I want you to know that the school you value impacts your life for a cool future. I want you to know that the school you value impacts your life for a cool future. The school you value impacts your life for a cool future. I call the school as God's agency that stand for the individual's transformation. This is how I define the school, as God's agency that stands for an individual's transformation. No wonder Jesus once said something. This is what has made me most of the time to say that education started with God. School started with God. It never started with the devil or anybody else. He said, learn of me. That is in Luke chapter number 11, verse number 29. He said part of it that you should learn, which means learning is life. So you should value school as God's agency that stands for your own transformation, not for the group. God never sends the school in any community targeting the groups, but it always targets individuals living in the surrounding or living within the community. So value school as God's agency. Number B, I call the school as the national agency for the community's transformation. The school within your community is the national agency for the community's transformation. So when you come across the school within your community, you've come across an agent ordained by your nation for your community's transformation. In other words, schools in the communities are transforming agents. Schools in the communities are transforming agents. So if you want to kick out foolishness within the community, send an agent there called schools. Nelson Mandela once called the school as the engine that drives the community forward. Nelson Mandela once said that schools are the engines that drives the community forward. So when you come across the school, value it as the agent of the community transformation. Number 3 or number 2, I think it is number 3, lack of valuing the personality of teachers. The reason why many are failures out is not because of the devil, it's not because of their curse of generation. They fail to value the teachers. Show me a person living within the community as a foolish in picture, then I will show you a person who failed to value the personality of a teacher or of teachers. I call teachers life makers. The teacher you come across, that is the teacher the life maker you come across. The teacher you value, that's the life maker you value. The teacher you value, that is the life maker you value. The teacher you fail to value, that is the life maker you fail to value. The teacher you fail to value, that's the life maker you fail to value. So disvaluing the teacher is the reason why many are out as foolish in pictures and not living cool in their future. So teachers are life makers. I call again the teachers your mentors. If you come across a teacher, you come across your mentor. Without a teacher you value, let me tell you, you are living without a mentor. And without the mentor who is the teacher, you will suffer in the hands of a tormentor. Without the teacher whom I call the mentor, you will really suffer in the hands of your destiny tormentors. So teachers have made many to fly above their tormentors. So you need a teacher and you need to value. Another thing I would like to add on, in the school where your father or your mother has taken you, it is not a mistake. You are not in that school where you are because it is a mistake. God will never take you in the places of mistakes. So that teacher on that school, there are no mistakes. You might only do a mistake by disvaluing your teacher in that school. So I want you to wake up as dear students and let's go together as we embrace our teachers in the world of success. No one is a word master. Every person is a word student. Even at my age, I'm still a student under my teachers. So I value teachers as my makers. I value my teachers as my mentors. So if you have heard me speaking smart, behind my speeches there are smart teachers. If you had me talking smart to you, by the way, let me give you a secret. There are smart talking teachers behind me. So I've become them. And that's why I normally tell people, I dress teachers, I eat teachers, I talk teachers, I eat teachers. Everything I do is all about teachers. I am a teacher because there is a teacher within me. I'm a teacher because there is a teacher besides me. I am a teacher because there is a teacher behind me. So I love teachers, I eat teachers, I dress teachers. Only those who fail to value teachers ends up fools in picture after the school. Only those who fail to value teachers ends up as fools in pictures after the school. Your teacher, let me tell you, that is your success. And your success, that is your teacher. We don't have successful schools outside here. But I've discovered that we only have successful teachers that makes the students or the candidates they teach to excel. So never go to a good school, decorated school. You better find a decorated with a package of success teacher in an old environment. Then you'll make it successful. So thank God for Alliance, but Alliance cannot make you who you are. The teacher whom you come across, wherever you are, makes you the person you want in life. So never disqualify, never disagree with any teacher you come across. Never. Behind every successful candidate, there is a successful teacher. Behind every successful candidate, there is a successful teacher. So your teacher deserves your respect. Your teacher deserves your respect. Your teacher deserves your honor. Your teacher deserves your honor. Your teacher deserves your attention. It is important to note that the only teacher you give attention to will attend to your case. So if you don't give any teacher your attention, by that time you are killing yourself without knowing. Your teacher will always hurt you when you hate him, but the teacher that you love will always heal you. Now show me a man that's manifesting foolishly within your community today after the school. Then I will show you a man who failed to value the teacher. So value your teacher, don't reject your teacher. And number 4, what you need I think there are 5 things that has made many to move out of school. I'm sorry for that. Number 4, respect co-students in school or your classmates. You must respect your co-students in school and your workmates. Let respect reign in your heart. Let respect reign from the depths of your heart. Let respect reign from the depths of your heart. Kill the hatred you have within you for your students or your classmates. Let respect reign, I urge you. Only the co-students you respect relates healthily with you. The co-students you respect relates healthily with you. The students you have within your school or within your class, they are your co-life composers. They are not your co-life competitors. The students you are with in the school or in your class, they are not your competitors. You are not in that school to compete with the students. After all, schooling period is not a competition period. It is a life composing period. Change your mind and change your attitude. Don't look at the students or the candidates you have at your class as competitors. After all, don't struggle to score ahead of them. That is not success. But what you should struggle to note is how you can compose your life for a successful future. Many are in school thinking that they are there to compete with others to score grades. It is not the grades that takes you forward, it's the composition grades that takes you forward. I've seen people who scored grades of A, B's, all this manner of grades. But right now, I can see them in a picture of foolishness, but not in the picture of coolness. That's why your co-students are not your competitors. That is the only way you can secure your respect with them. Remember, only the students you relate with healthily will relate with you healthily. So, life is not a competition journey. I would like you to know that life is a composition journey. Life is not a competition journey. You should know that life is a composition journey. So learn how to compose life with your classmates, with your schoolmates. You are not there to compete, you are there to compose life. So schooling ground is a ground of life composition, but not a life competition. I've looked at my core life composers. Anybody I come across, I know always call them my life co-composers, not my competitors. And I found myself to be smarter than any competitor that can call himself to be my competitor. So I don't live competing in life, I just compose life. I don't live competing in life, I only live composing my life. So if you don't want to end life as a fool in picture, stop competition spirit. Enter into a world of composition spirit. So sit down and discover with your friend what can be your best outcome after school. Number 5, because of time, lack of respect to your guardians or parents. What makes many to live as foolish people within the community is because they fail to respect their parents. Your mother or your father is not your slave. They are God's servant, privileged to serve Him through paying your school fees. I've come across many students thinking that their fathers or their mothers or their guardians is paying school fees for them because of their own benefits. My father used to tell me, "Sir, you are learning for yourself." I thank God for his words, even though he is of a beloved memory. But though I was brought up with my grandmother, but I discovered a secret to reward her. My secret was sitting down to commit myself. Thank God for the years I spent in school, but the labor of my grandmother made me to stand out. Let me tell you, you better honor your guardian's effort. You better honor your mother's effort. You better honor your father's effort. Muhammad, the prophet over the Muslims, said something that the years are coming when the parents will be slaves to their children. Indeed, if you don't have understanding, you will turn your parents to be the slaves to you. So school fees they pay, you should reward them by your heart of obedience, your heart of commitment, your heart of laboring. So thank God, they will never pay for your school fees for life. When the grace will end, they will stop it. So let me define something. Who is your guardian or who is your parent? I call these people as God's servant over you. B, seed sowers over your destiny when you are living in school. C, destiny directors. D, destiny mentors. How do you tap to the blessings that they carry for you? Number one, honor them by showing them your commitment of learning with love. 2, respect by responding to their call or their advices. 3, have time to fellowship with them, asking them about their visions that you are out to fulfill with them. Refuse to disappoint your parents. Let me encourage you, or let me advise you. Refuse to disappoint your parents' vision. Don't ever allow yourself to disappoint your parents' vision. So respect your parents' effort over your life. Respect your parents' effort over your life. And also, God will engrace you. God will engrace you. I want to talk on 2 things that you should work on when living cool in future and not such a fool in picture. What are these 2 things? But before I mention them, let me tell you something, that living cool in future is not a cheap talk. It's a hard work. Living cool in future is not a cheap talk. It's a hard work. It is not a gift. It is a responsibility. It is not a gift. It's a decision you take. So it really pains to live cool in future. Among the key things you should note is that no one leaves school after school accidentally. No one leaves school after the school accidentally. There is no accidental cool life. That is what I mean. There is no accidental cool life. Cool lifestyles are not found. You should know this. You don't find cool lifestyle. You only have to make your life cool. And you are the maker of that cool life. Not your mother, not your father, not your uncle, not your in-laws. You make your cool life by yourself. You make your cool life by yourself. You make your cool life by yourself. So what are the parts you should work on? Number 1, identify your gift early when you are still in school. Identify your gift early when you are in school. I've realized that identification of your gift, no one will teach you in class. And that's why no one can identify your gift for you. You identify it by yourself. What colleges and universities does when they come for marketing, they sell their options. They introduce you to the options they have, but they will never identify you. So you can end up going to learn the options they are suggesting for you. But at the end of the day, you'll be living as a smart slave to your generation. But let me tell you, what they will teach you will take you to unemployment, but it will never take you to the self-deployment. I learned the secret of life, and I said, don't want to waste my time. I would rather learn what will make me deploy myself, but not be employed in any other man's office, because I don't want to live as a smart slave in that office with a nice tie and the suit, with a car, yet I'm driving as a smart slave. I refuse that. And that's why I'm urging you, because the system of the now, permit me to repeat in this part, doesn't produce the self-employed people. They want to produce the people to be employed. I've looked at the life of the NYS right now. They are working in all the communities. When I look at girls and guys working there, I see smart future, talented people, yet they don't know their talent because they fail to identify it. Let me tell you, whoever identifies your gift, that is your life maker. Whoever fails to identify your gift, that is your life breaker. But if you fail again to identify your gift, you are breaking your own life. But if you can identify it early, let me tell you, you are your own life maker. So the early you identify your gift, that's the time you become a man of a great future. The moment you identify your gift, that is the time you identify your office for life. Permit me to tell you that your gift, that is your office for life. Your gift, that is your office for life. A wise man said something which is very key. He said something, a man's gift created a room for success for him, and bringeth him before the great men. It simply means there is power in the gift identification. Only the people who identify their gift are noted as great men. You are a slave if you don't identify your gift. Your world is going to waste you if you fail to identify your gift. The world is full of energy wasters. The world is full of destiny crashers. If you don't want your world to turn you to be the slave, let me tell you, identify your gift. Identify your gift. So many fail to do so, and no wonder in their communities they are living as fools in picture and not cool in the future. The best thing to identify is your gift in school. When you are still in school, you should identify your gift. But I've discovered that many doesn't. Permit me to tell you, I'm just giving you this topic, not because when I was in school somebody came with a sermon like the one you are hearing right now. I wish if one of my uncles would have sent something like these inspirations God graced me to carry when I was still in school, I would have been very far. But no one did it. About my gift, I came to realize later, when I already had my firstborn. So I normally pray hard for the students that can listen to my voice right now, and also that can come across any inspiration from other men and women of God, whom God has engraced to carry the grace like mine, smarter than mine, so that they can make you when you're still in school. Let me tell you this, your gift is the best capital you need for all the businesses of life. Your gift is the best capital you need for all the businesses of life. You don't need money to start life business, you only need your gift. You don't need money to start the life business, you only need your gift. If you can identify it, you are free from all the oppressions of slavery. If you can identify your gift, then you are free from all the oppressions of slavery. Your gift, your life. Your life, your gift. Your gift is your life. Your life is your gift. In all the businesses of life, God never placed money in your hand as a capital to start with. Only gift God placed within you as the capital to start your life with, which means your gift is your living capital. Your gift is your living capital. Any other things you can fight to get, because other people, if you can ask a student right now, what do you want? They will tell you, I'm learning so that I can get more money. But let me tell you, even if you get a lot of money, you'll never be buried with your money. But let me tell you, you'll be buried with your gift. Of a beloved memory, Dr. Miles Munro once said something. The best, richest place in the world is the cemetery. Why? Because the great minds, great companies that were to be opened are buried there. Why? Because people died with their gift in those places. Musics that you are supposed to listen to and celebrate and dance, we cannot dance the tune of their music because they are in the grave. Let me tell you, your gift is your living capital. So if you play with your gift, you are playing with your living capital. If you're playing with your gift, you're playing with your capital. If you're playing with your gift, you are playing with your capital. You better identify your gift early before it is too late. I've seen old men and women moving out frustrated, very poor, not because of the devil and not because God mishandled them or because God rejected them, but the only thing they did, they reject the gift within them. Anytime you try to reject the gift within you, God will reject you. And that is not because of the devil, it's because you didn't know anything about your gift within you. They went to be buried with their gift within them, failing and disappointing God based on the assignment they were given. So your gift, you better identify it early. And as a student, you can do it right now. You don't need to identify your gift at late hours. You better identify it early. There is a young girl here in Africa. Her cinemas are all over right now, even on the YouTube and other channels. If I look at the face of that young girl, she might be 11 or 10 years right now. But I happened to look at her net worth on the YouTube, and I discovered that she's right now commanding the $80,000 monthly. And her name is called Emanuela. That is where talent can take a man. Talent can take a person. You don't need to be too old to identify your talent. It is a better thing if you can identify your talent now, because your talent can change your life. Your talent is the capital at hand. You have to change your life. I don't think if that girl right now in school, the mother can pay the school fees. I have seen so many parents praying out to get money to take the children to school. But the only foolishness part I've discovered is that they don't discover themselves, and so they fail to discover their children. I don't want you to be so. You must make sure that you think for your generation and think for your children too, as the next generation. So identify your talent now as a young person in primary level, secondary level, and also university level. That will be the key for your success. That is the key for your success. Your gift never respect your age. Your gift only respect your earlier identification. So if you identify yourself early, the better you will live. Why should you identify it early? Why should you identify your gift early? Number one, to solve the problems of your generations early. You are born a problem solver to your generation, not a problem creator to your generation. You are born to solve a problem to your generations, not to create the problems for your generation. In other words, your gift has the solution to your world. Your gift has a solution to your world. Your gift introduces you to your world of business. Your gift introduces you to your world of business. Now, what is business? Because of time, I was once taught by a friend of mine that business is a solved problem on agreed reward. Dr. Mike Murdock one day taught me that business is a solved problem on an agreed reward. We live in a world of problems. Thank God we are born in the days of problems, but we live as the problem solvers, not as the problem creators. I love what Jack Mayun one day said. I think by then he has visited Kenya, Nairobi University, and he said something. 2,000 years ago there was problem. 2,000 years ago, as we are living, problems will be. And even 2,000 years coming, we shall be with problems. So, you don't need to concentrate on the problems of the day, but concentrate on the solutions of the day. When a problem comes, provide a solution, and that is your business. A man taught me that problem is what prospers a man. It is your problem or other people's problem that prospers you. I was again taught by another man. He said, business is finding a problem to solve, not finding a product to sell. Business is finding a problem to solve, not finding a product to sell. So never run for the product to sell. Never fill your shop or your store with the products, but fill your store with the solutions. Because people are not looking for the problems, they are running to get the solutions. So if you're the solution provided through your gift, then you are out for success. So if you can identify the problem to solve by your gift, then you are a great man. Only great men are men who identify their gift and offer themselves to serve their community. May God give you understand in Jesus' name. May God give you grace in Jesus. And number 2, why should you identify your gift? After identifying your gift, what you should work on. Work on the same gift that you've identified. Work on the same gift that you've identified. Only the gift you've worked on makes you a great man as the carrier. Only the gift you've worked on makes you a great person as the carrier. You are only the great man when you identify your gift and work on it. You're only a great man when you have identified your gift and work on it right. And how do you do so? Read books related to your gift. Read books related to your gift. B, relate with the people that has the gift like your own. Relate with the people that has the gift as your own. Gift can only provide the solution to your world, but only if you spend time with the people of your caliber. Number C, spend time reasoning as a person on how your gift can provide the solution to your world. You must spend time reasoning on how your gift can provide the solution to your world. All these things you can do them in school. I'm not talking with you so that you quit out the school, so that you make it out of the school. You do all these things when you are in school. Number 3, make sure that you have your gift mentor. Make sure that you have your gift mentor, because if you don't have a mentor, you'll suffer in the hand of the tormentors. If you don't have a mentor, you'll suffer in the hand of tormentors. Now let's look at the benefits of identifying a gift and also working on it. What are the benefits by the time you are living in school, escaping to live as a fool in picture? Number 1, when you identify your gift and worked on it right, the benefit you gain first is what I call the change of thoughts, or the change of the thinking pattern. The people who identified their gifts and ever worked on them properly, they always think different. Their thoughts are ever different. You can't find the man still thinking normally. The man will be thinking abnormally. Most of the time, I don't think to the people's direction. I don't think normally, and I don't think commonly. I once said in one of my sermons that common people are ever in the world, but they are survivors. But those who think abnormally, they go to the abnormal dimensions. Remember, your life is your thought. Your thought is your life. Proverbs chapter number 23 and verse number 7. He said that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So your gift change your thoughts. And that is the number 1 benefit. Number 2, your gift benefit is that it changes your commitment. Proverbs chapter number 22 and verse number 9. Seest thou a man who is diligent in his work? He will stand within great men and not before mere men. In other words, it changes your commitment. Automatically, people does not need to direct you. You find yourself directing yourself. Dedication grace just landed on you. So when you are connected to your gift, after the identification, you've worked on it, you find these benefits flowing. You find yourself doing the work without any supervision. Seest thou a man who is diligent? It simply means committed. He will only stand before great men and not mean men. So your greatness is determined by your commitment after the identification of your gift. Number 3, it empowers you to love yourself the more. It empowers you to love yourself the more. The third benefit is what I call the grace for self-love. No man hates himself or herself with the gift he or she has identified and worked on. You can't do so. No one, I am yet to come across the same person. Let me tell you, I call it self-love. You love yourself beyond measure. You don't mistreat yourself. You treat yourself right because of the identity. I'm talking from my own life experience. The power of identity has made me to be the person I am. And that's why in this part 2 of this sermon, I would like to tell you something. I love myself, and that's why I'm keen on what I eat. Not just any food I need to put in my mouth. I put the sweet according to how I love my body. B, I am keen on what I drink. From the day I was born till today, I've never tasted anything called alcohol. I've never. Not because I am a pastor, but I hated it from the day I was young. Because I could see how alcohol used to treat my father. Don't forget, I was born from a drunkard father, not a drunkard mother. So I know all the pain that alcohol can cause. After all, the Bible says, give an alcohol to a man who is ready perishing. So if you try to use drugs, it simply means you don't love yourself. I am keen on what I put on my body in the name of dress code. My dress is my dignity. My dress is not my choice. My dress is my dignity. My dress is not my choice. My dress is my dignity. My dress is not my choice. So as a person ready for success, you must watch. Many people are talented, but many are not self-disciplined with their talent. I happened to see a certain girl, a musician, I cannot remember the name, but she was halfly naked dressed. Your talent only takes you far when God backs you. So if your image cannot impress God by your dress, drop them down. I one day said the gift can entertain. Another side, the gift entertains. Your gift entertains your world. And number two, your gift should entertain your world. You can't expect to entertain your world when you are in a naked dress because of your talent. And that's why you should make yourself based on your love. Your dress, your dignity. Your dress is not your choice. It is foolishness that has made men to say, my dress, my choice, because they don't understand where they are going. Because if you don't know where you are going, why you are living, and what you should deliver to your world, then you just mistreat yourself anyhow. Your body is not your capital, your gift is. So we are not ready to see your nakedness, we are ready to see the manifestation of your gift. Your dress code, your dignity. Your dress code is not your choice. I am keen with the company I keep, because I am the company that I keep. Once I said in one of my sermons that it is your company, that the company you keep determines what accompanies you. So show me your friend, I one day said, then I will show you who you are. Show me your friend, then I will show you who you are. Show me your friend, then I will show you who you are. Show me your friend, then I will show you who you are. May God engrace you as students under the sound of my voice. By this sermon that I've delivered, may your eyes be open. Honor yourself, honor God in the first place, honor yourself in the second place, honor your generation in the third place, and give your generation a dress code. Give your generation the good order of friendship. Let me tell you one thing, not everybody is my friend. I'm a kind of a pastor who said a friend is not by force, a friend is by choice. So you cannot force me to be a friend no matter the title you carry, the bishop or pastor or who. But I want you now to value yourself. And in the race of life, you will excel. I pray for you from tonight. May God give you grace before your guardians. May God give you grace before your mother and father. May God give you favor before the people that you'll be coming across. May God give you grace in that class where you are. And all the words that were transferred to your spirit, let them make you and let you. May I pray for you that you should stand as a pillar of testimony by the words that you have received. In your school you will excel, and even out of school you will still excel. Receive all the praise, Jehovah Shammah, as you bless your children. Receive all the glory, Jehovah Nisi, as you bless your children. Receive all the adoration, El Shaddai, as you bless your children. I love you in the love of Christ. Co-students, manifest your glory. May God impart you with a deep insight so that you function fully as He created you. You will never fail by the grace of God, in Jesus' name. Enjoy your time in school, and you will enjoy again your time out of school. Take all the glory, Jehovah Nissi. Receive all the praise in Jesus' mighty name.